Welcome back to 105.3 Thunder Country. I'm DJ Thunder Moose, and what a game we had last night between the Port Moose Thunderbolts and the Sudbury Wolves. Some great OHL action showcasing tomorrow's NHL talent. And I'm proud to say your Thunderbolts came out on top. More speculation seemed to swirl after this image was taken at the game. Who was the man in the stands? More on this at 6. I'm DJ Thunder Moose, and this is City Skylines 2. So welcome back to the Inspiration Station, the part where we dive into Google Maps, sometimes Google Earth, and show off the inspiration for today's build. Today we are at Fort William Gardens, which is home to the Lakehead Thunderwolves and the Thunder Bay North Stars. Also, super cool that the North Stars name is like living on. I totally thought that this was an OHL stadium as well. Like, I thought for sure Thunder Bay, I mean, they've got two cities in one. I thought for sure Thunder Bay would have had an OHL team, but it does appear that they currently don't. And I did read a little bit up on it. Apparently it's due to geography. So that's interesting. I don't know. Let me know. Is that the actual one? That's just, something that I read online was that it was due to geography. Now, for the sake of ours, as you saw in the intro, we are going with an OHL team. This is a build based on Ontario. We got to go with an OHL team. So we are going to use this as inspiration. Now, we don't have assets, obviously no assets for the game, but we don't have really much that sort of encompasses this. So I've got a cool idea for what we're going to do in the episode. Let me know if you love it. Do you hate it? And the cool thing about it, if you do not like the build we do today, if you think like the building's too small, which is kind of what I feel like, we can upgrade it, and that can be part of the lore, which I think is really exciting. Also looks like they do some curling, which is classic Canada. I got to get some assets for curling for sure. I mean, they have a Thunder Bay youth curling. Like, we got to do something for that, right? And then they've got a RCMP detachment over here. Likewise, this is stuff I'm going to be working with G87, as you saw with the Tim Hortons assets, to see if I can get some RCMP logos in. And you know what? Heck it. Let's see if we can get some curling and hockey stuff in as well. And yeah, I mean, like, looking at these homes too, I can't wait until we get assets, because there's just no way for me to capture these homes. But I also saw this. Now, I don't build this today, but maybe this gets some of y'all excited. This is, if you don't want spoilers, close your ears now. But this looked super fun to do. We even got some bike lanes here. Yeah, I'm going to try my hands at recreating Breeny's auto body at some point. This just looks like a super fun build to do. So, I don't know if y'all, how y'all feel about Breeny's. This crazy, like, cell tower in the back. Look at this. What the heck is that, eh? That's sick. I don't know, man. I don't really like see these around like downtown Vancouver, so it's interesting to see like so many towers too, right? Because we put the radio station in, which I learned was also just telecommunications, not a radio station. For the sake of us, that's where I broadcast from. Well, not me, sorry. My alter ego broadcasts from, the one that we put down in our build. But yeah, back on topic here. This is going to be the inspiration for today's build, Fort William Gardens. And yeah, let's dive into the build. So welcome to the time-lapse portion of the episode, and we're going to kick it off with the stadium. Now, let me know if you think this asset is too small. I think it looks great. I think it's awesome. It might maybe be a little bit too small for OHL standards, but like, it's not the AHL and it's not the NHL. So maybe it works out well. And I don't know, if enough people don't like it, we can always say that, hey, this is the old stadium, and in a future episode, we can build a new stadium. And we could say that this old stadium now is like for youth sports activities or curling or something like that. So there are like potentials with it if enough people are like, it's a little bit too small. It's tough though, right? We do have limited assets, and the other asset that looks great for a stadium is like massive. That would be AHL size for a much bigger city. So I don't know. I like it. Yeah, I think it's cool. Maybe we'll stick with it. I think it's really cool. And you'll see too at the end, like the build I am so stoked on this episode. It turns out really well. And then we're going to come in here with this bus stop that you've seen me doing. And I went with the EU bus station because they look, or bus stop I should say, they look really cool. So much EU stuff looks North American in this game, and I hadn't seen much of this red paint use around Thunder Bay. I don't think I've seen it at all, to be honest, but it looks cool, so I added it. And then we add in a police station because I saw on Google Maps that there was a police station near the stadium. Now, I didn't want to put it right beside it. It looked a little bit weird there, so we shifted off a bit there. But yeah, I wanted to include that because I was like, let's get a police station to the downtown here. So I'm going to spend some time detailing up some bike lanes coming up here. And while I do that, I want to talk about the stadium and specifically something new that I'm doing that I've never done on the channel here before, which is a design competition. So I'm reaching out to you, the community, and I'm going to put on a competition. It starts now when this video is live, and it will wrap up either at the end of September or start of October. I'll keep you all informed on the Discord as well as the community tab. So, on screen here, you're going to see me showing off the Discord. This is where you will submit it in the Port Moose, Ontario thread here. This is where you can submit your submissions for a design for the, I almost said the Thunder Bay, for the Port Moose Thunderbolts, the OHL hockey team of this city. Everybody's welcome to participate and submit their ideas for it. I'll choose a winner and I'll announce that on the episode that'll be like either like the last week of September or October. Once I'm back from my trip to Finland and the Netherlands, we will find a winner for that, and the winner gets their choice of t-shirt from the Skyline Detailers Club collection. We do ship internationally as well, so no worries there. If you're participating, you're like, well, I'm not in, North America, that is all good. We will figure out a way to get that to you. So yeah, submissions are open now. Submit those. I'll go through them when I get back from my trip, and I'll decide a winner for that. Super, super excited for this. And yeah, then, hopefully the next episode will have a logo for the Port Moose Thunderbolts. I need to get that through my head as well, too. I keep on wanting to say that this city's called Thunder Bay. It's Port Moose. It's called Port Moose. So back to the build here that we're doing. This is the bike lane. So I saw that, and some people had suggested in the comments as well, saying that some of the bike lanes are painted green. So I figured, yeah, let's do that. And this is the main road as well, too. Like, it makes sense that this would be painted green, and maybe have a little bit more effort into making it safe than some other roads that you'll see throughout the city, or like the first one that we did. So I figured let's come in and mark it up in the intersection as well, and just really show that this was, a little bit more thought went into here. And this will be a two-way bike lane. As you saw, I put the decals down earlier. They are incorrect. We will go in and fix those up as well. But yeah, if you're seeing this video, this is the final video. I leave tomorrow for Finland to meet Colossal Order, check out their HQ, meet, I think it's like 60 plus other City Skylines content creators. And y'all, that's all a massive thank you to you. Without your support, we don't get opportunities like this. Through your support, I'm able to be offered opportunities like this. I am forever grateful for this community. You also see me now fixing up those decals. And then I noticed here that the tire markings are a bit off. And what I should have done, so I adjust it, but as you can see, some of the markings are still on the sidewalk. And what I should have done is gone in with the miniature node controller that's in Move It through manipulation mode and adjusted that node to make it wider so that the road markings aren't on the sidewalk. Although maybe it's kind of realistic. Like, I don't know, somebody's like speeding off and goes up on the curb. It's probably not unrealistic, I don't think. And then we're going to come in and finish up the bike lane here by the train tracks. So we're going to add the decals, add the line, paint it up by the beautiful fire station there. And yeah, this is just a lot of fun, man. It's really like, I don't know, it's cool to see the game starting to get to the state. Like, I can't even go back into CS1. I've tried, and I just keep coming back to Cities 2, man. It's absolutely got me hooked, and it feels so good to be in a state where, I can do my style of gameplay. I can be me finally in this game and do the stuff I want and share it with all of you is so dang cool. And yeah, you know what? They're not functional. I wish they were functional for sure, but it is really cool at least to have that aesthetic of like looking down and being like, ah, there's bike lanes. It looks really cool. Of course, I can't wait for fully functional bike lanes, but in the meantime, this scratches that itch, which is, it will suffice for me. So now that we've got the bike lanes in, I figured, you know what, we'll give a couple decals to this one that's meant to be like a more crummy version. And then it's winter. You might have seen that big cut transition here. It's dark. It's gloomy. Those are parking lot roads. It's winter. So, welcome to the gray, gloomy, the beautiful winters. Also, let me know, Thunder Bay residents, does it snow often in Thunder Bay? I know Ontario gets absolutely blasted compared to Vancouver here. Like, we barely get snow. We have mountains you can go to if you want to do, like, snow-related activities, like myself with snowboarding. But, how's Ontario doing? How's Thunder Bay? They get blasted with snow? Like, should we get some snow going here since it's winter? Should we get some snow in the next episode? It's time to, so we're adjusting the surfaces there with the stadium, but we want to focus, put our focus on the chevron, something like that. One of those lines is it's correct. So let's detail up this Chevron gas station. This is 2 chevrons, by the way. I really need to share some love with Shell. I think the only Canadian ones that I have currently are just Shell and Chevron. So we should really be doing a Shell gas station soon. So I'm going to come in with these decals, just give it that sort of like oily, oil leaked and stained look that you see all over gas stations. And I'm going to make this one feel a little bit more run down. I got inspired by like sussy looking 7-Eleven gas stations, which I don't think are any more, they are no more, right? Like the 7-Eleven doesn't do gas stations anymore, I don't think, which is interesting. They used to, man, but that was, I feel like that's a while. I feel like that's dating myself talking about that. So let's come in with some trash around the dumpster, and, man, it's looking so good. Like, all these decals that we have are just making the game look so good. Also, by now, you have, and myself, have all been experimenting with the new patch. So I hope the new patch is going well. I'm excited for the no homeless as well, or like well, not the no homeless, but like the homeless bug fix. Also found this super cool card as well. Like the more gives off that homeless aesthetic that we're going for here, the homeless vibe. Out back here with the stuff over like a trashed cart, right? And that dumpster's gone. Bye dumpster. Yet again, another. Oh man, there are parts where I miss CS1 because in CS1 if you play something, it's there forever. Here, that's not the case. Stuff is vanishing rapidly. So what I do a lot of times is it seems to be stuff within buildings vanishes. So I'll replace it with a prop and try to line it up perfectly. But if the prop inside the building vanishes, there's always a backup prop that we've hand placed, because the hand placed stuff doesn't vanish. It's the stuff within buildings that is acting up and not behaving. So we're going to mark this up and like let people know this is a Chevron gas station. So we're coming with decals and using Move It to adjust them to the side of the building there. And I'm going to do something here. Now, this is kind of my, I believe it's a mismemory, what's the term for that? Mandela effect for me. I have a recollection of in my past of chevrons and like Chevron gas stations and Tim Hortons being not necessarily partnered, but like Chevron gas stations having a small Tim Hortons in them. Does anybody else remember this, or is it just me? I couldn't find any evidence of them. So when I went in to build this, I was like, oh yeah, Chevron, let's add a little mini Tim Hortons. And then I was like, hold up. And now I kept it, and we should probably delete it maybe because I didn't find any evidence of this. But like, is this not a thing? Like, should I probably delete this Tim Hortons stuff that's here? I could have sworn there was a world in which Tim Hortons, like a little miniature Tim Hortons, was inside a Chevron. But evidence of that seems to be lacking. So I'm going through my own very personal Mandela effect, so to say. Slap some trees, slap a fence. Everything's looking great. The game's getting so much fun. Let's put some picnic tables in. And kind of got reminded of this gas station in Kamloops, British Columbia. And so I'm going to kind of capture that vibe here from my hometown, Kamloops. Shout out to any Okanaganers that are checking out this episode. I'm going to come in with some stained decals here just to make the roof look a little bit more worn as well. And just give that really... it's something that we did a lot in that what was that, episode 2 we did a lot of, and then it kind of was lacking in episode 3 and 4, and I need to go back and do a little bit more of this because it's worth it to spend the time. Likewise, on spending the time, you might have noticed with this episode, and more episodes, I really noticed it in the last episode, is that I felt like I was rushing lately with this series. Like, I had to get a lot done. If I don't get a lot done, people are going to watch the episodes, they're not going to care, blah, 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 all that stuff. That's not me. That's not my style. We are a hardcore detailer, but we build functional cities. I don't use mods that remove vanilla gameplay stuff, because while I detail the city and I want it to look a certain way and look realistic and beautiful, I want it to function by vanilla standards. And so I'm taking a new approach here with videos and with the channel, especially with the support I've gotten, the amount of people that are loving the detailing and whatnot. And I'm going to be taking a slower approach here and spending time focusing on the details. Like, as they say, quality over quantity. And I hope y'all are okay with that. There might be less done in episodes as we go along in this series, but in 20 episodes from now, we're going to look back and see a beautifully detailed city where every block is meticulously detailed, stunning, and we have these stories and this lore to go along with all of it. And I hope y'all are excited for that, because I'm super excited. And my first real experiment with it is this episode. So I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. I am so excited on this build. So you saw me placing some decals there. Great way to blend the end of surfaces so they don't look so abrupt and bland. And I figured let's come in with like a custom pathway there, and let's try and blend the side of the decal there. And then I needed a way to blend the end of the path. And look at how good that decal looks by the tree. Oh, it's so good. And then we come in with what will be an abandoned or empty lot there. Like maybe it was a, it's likely an industrial building. Maybe it burned down, something happened, and now it's just a lot. And, so cars can park there, essentially, is what it's going to become. I'm used to, I don't know, these lots are just like, again, this whole build, this is why I love building small towns. So I grew up in Kamloops, and, Kamloops is much bigger now, but when I was there and growing up, it was small to me, you know what I mean? Not a crazy small town, but it's really cool to build this series based off of Thunder Bay, because so many times building this and like looking at Thunder Bay, it reminds me of home. Also, this area here, this what we're doing now, Red Kool-Aid. If you're watching this video, y'all share the love with Red Kool-Aid. He'll be linked in the bio of this channel he'll be linked in the bio of this video, so check it out. Share the love with Red Kool-Aid. Look at that. Those are parking bumpers, using the barriers, sink them into the ground. I don't know how I didn't think of that. Watching Red Kool-Aid's latest video, he does that. I was like mind blown. I was like, what the heck? That is such a brilliant idea. Red Kool-Aid is so dope, man. Awesome creator. So heckin' talented. And just an awesome idea. All the credits to Red Kool-Aid for this idea. Again, his stuff will be linked. A link to his channel can be found in the description of this video. I highly suggest you take a look at his stuff and check it out. He's super funny, man, and just so damn creative. A massive inspiration for myself. And somebody I'd love to get on the podcast in the future once we get that going. But also somebody I'd love to collab with, man. I don't know. I don't think Red Kool-Aid has like a Discord or anything like that. So if you check out a Red Kool-Aid video, let Red Kool-Aid know that Moose would love to collab. Kool-Aid's awesome. Such a dope creator. So we're gonna come in with the parking spaces to make this fully functional, because I thought about like, I could do some props, but let's come in with the parking buildings, the parking lot assets that act well. Let's come in with parking lots. Let's come in with parking lots. And make this whole spot functioning there as well. Also, you might notice in the back too, while we're placing these things down and like detailing this up, something crazy is going on at the gas station. Signs are vanishing, logos are vanishing, things are popping up and then they're vanishing again. I don't know what's happening. I miss CS1 in the sense of like, let me place stuff and let it stay. Let me remove stuff and let it be gone forever. So it's a constant war, me versus the game, and I'm trying to win, but stuff keeps coming back. The game haunts me, but it's so addictive, and I can't go back to Cities 1. I'm hooked on Cities 2. So now that we got that in, and it's functional there, we're going to come in with foliage just to, make it look a little bit even more realistic. Because you can have the decals with the grass, and they look great, but you got to come in with some foliage like this. It just makes it look so... It's kind of like the next step, right? Place your decals, and then where there's grass on the decals, just slap some foliage. You don't need to do it for all spots, but in some places, it really helps to take it to that next level of detailed, where it looks really good, it's blended beautifully, and trust me, it just looks so much more realistic that way. So I figured let's sync this in, and a lot of people suggest when they see me doing stuff like this to use the line tool, and that's fair, man. Like, the line tool is super cool. I just prefer doing it by hand. I don't know, call me old-fashioned, but like, it just ends up looking more realistic to me when I do it by hand. We're going to add one more decal here to really sell the look of like, this is a rundown, sussy gas station. You're not going to want to be hanging out at this gas station at night, you know? And it looks so good, man. I'm loving this game, honestly. Through all the crashes, through all the issues of the game not loading properly, at the end of the day, playing Cities 2 is so much fun now. I am having a heckin' blast. So I'm going to come with this decal. This decal's really cool, man. It doesn't feel like too repetitive. So we're going to place a whole ton of them, and it doesn't feel too repetitive having it all be this one decal, which I think is really, really, really cool because we can just go crazy because the decal's awesome. Like, it looks great. And it sells the whole look of this stadium by coming in like this. And the fact, too, that we don't have much Z-fighting. I haven't really noticed any Z-fighting, to be honest, except for when your cursor goes over. And that's not Z-fighting. That's just the game trying to be helpful, showing you the decal that you've highlighted by bringing it to the surface. So I haven't seen much decal when I'm just flying around shooting cinematics and stuff like that, or just like looking at the city, which is really cool. So I try with the decals at this angle, but as you can see, it's just not, we can do better. We can do better. So we're going to switch these, flip it. How's that song go? Flip it, something, flip that thing, and reverse it. I don't know. There's a song. There's a song that goes like that. We're going to flip the decals there, reverse them, line them up, and it ends up looking so much better this way. And fills the space a lot better as well, too. This decal, man, MVP. Real Vision decals. They're available in Sully's Discord, City Skylines 2 channel. Check the threads. Get them. I really hope they release publicly, though, so I can start to, like, just share links. Because I get so many people asking about these on every video, and I wish I could be more helpful and, like, here it is, you know, and so that they drop on Paradox mods. That'll make it much easier for me to share them. We're coming with some more stains because it's time to detail up the parking lot. Let's get it grimy. Let's make it worn. Let's blend it in with this area. I'm having so much fun with the game, and I'm so stoked on the way that things are looking. It's so, so cool. Likewise as well, too, we've had some people come over to the Twitch side, which is really cool. But for those asking, we will be doing YouTube live streams. Those are coming. I believe my first stream back, I'll share in the community tab as well, so check that out or check out the Discord for updates. I'll share in the community tab. Again, I'll be sharing about the date of the YouTube live stream. I think it's going to be my first stream back. I actually got some help from City Planner Plays, which is really cool. City Planner Plays is an absolute heckin' stud, gem of a human, has helped me out so much with things. I cannot thank that man enough. And the cool thing is I get to thank Phil in person when I meet him next week at the time I'm recording this, but in a couple days when this video comes out, which is really cool, in Tampere for the City Skylines Creators Meetup. Super fucking excited for that. So we placed some decals down there to make it, you know, kind of fill it in, because you can't just have the leaves there for nothing, you know. We need some foliage to blend it in, and it helps hide too, because sometimes the decals can be a bit repetitive, so you come in with some foliage to help hide the repetitiveness. And it also creates this cool, like, I don't know, I don't want to call it a green belt in the city, but it adds a really cool, I don't know, green belt. Greenery to the city of concrete that we have created. And there it is, man. This decal, I'm telling you, I love this decal. It's just so good. Now, of course, it looks even better with, you know, with it being autumn and whatnot, but like, it's such a good decal. And like, even though it only comes in a couple sizes there, you can really come in and blend it, and it blends well with other surfaces. It's just so heckin' good. Yeah, it's my favorite decal of this series. I absolutely love it. And then we're gonna come in with trees now. You know, you place your decals. We need some foliage to blend this whole area together. It ends up looking really nice. And yeah, coming in with the, I always forget, I need to get better at, like, when I'm placing foliage, of turning on the both themes. So the European theme and the North American theme, because there's trees under both, right? And I always forget, like the altar, for example. I love the altar, but I always miss it because I have just the North American theme turned on. So we're going to come in and detail the undergrowth now, add some bushes, slap some bushes in there everywhere, throw down some flowers and all that good stuff, just to really capture that dense feeling. And already, man, this build is looking so cool, y'all. I am seriously so stoked on this. And again, it goes back to, like, We're going to take a different approach as episodes go on. There's going to be less built per episode because I don't ever want to feel like I'm rushing a build. Quality over quantity always. That's what you will get at this channel. And I want them to be quality builds that we can all enjoy together. And if that means that I'm getting less built per episode, then so be it. So we'll come in with some more bumpers here. And again, like I said, I am going to use this. Again, shout out to Red Kool-Aid. His information's in the description of the video. But I'm going to be using these all over the place. And you got to make some that are crazy. You know, sometimes people, I don't know if it's like cars that hit these and move them. But they are never perfectly straight in my experience. But it looks so cool. I can't believe I never thought of this. Red Kool-Aid is a freaking whiz, man. Absolute genius at this. It's so cool. Massive W, Red Kool-Aid, on that idea there. Because again, we've got these limited assets, right? So to be able to come in and use, you know, make use of what we have, so cool. Just another huge W from amazing creators. So we're gonna spam those down all over the road. And like, honestly, like when you look at it from there, it looks so realistic. But now we got to add in the invisible pathways to make this whole thing functional. So hopefully we'll see people coming through and walking through these would be really cool. I just think it would, I don't know. And I'll have to figure out a way to like get more people over here somehow. Just to make it feel like there's actual games going on. But Solly will be dropping some people packs soon, so I could probably sell it that way. And then we're going to come up with some decals to make the road look worn and blend it even more, the parking lot roads that we have here. So, yeah, to recap, as, you know, we're getting near the end of the episode. To recap here, there is a competition currently going on to name to design the logo for the hockey team. The hockey team's name is the Port Moose Thunderbolts. So if you fancy designing a logo, there's a competition going on. Share your picture or your design in the Port Moose channel or category on the Discord. Links for that could be in the description below. And I'll choose a winner when I get back from the trip to Finland and then the following trip to the Netherlands, and we'll have a winner, and the winner will get a Skyline Detailers Club t-shirt that I will send to them. I'll reach out to them on Discord to the winner, and it ships internationally, so super cool. Really excited. Our first ever competition on the channel to help include you, the amazing community, even more into this build. So as we wrap up here with the final detailing touches put on, I just want to say thank you so much for the support. Checking out the video, it means so much. All the amazing comments I constantly get from you. This community is growing, and I'm so grateful for every single person who makes up this community. It's cool, man. The growth has been awesome, and you know, the more the support like this and the growth of the channel allows me to put even more effort and time into these videos for all of you. I will catch you all in the live play portion of the video. Welcome to the live play section of the video, and here we are at the beautiful, soon-to-be-named stadium of the Port Moose Thunderbolts. And let me know your suggestions down below. What should we call this stadium? Looking to include something from a viewer-suggested comment on the name for the stadium, but currently we got the team, Port Moose Thunderbolts. Super excited for that. And it is an OHL team, and I know it does seem like it is a little bit smaller, but honestly, it just looks... It doesn't feel like, okay, we could say and we could argue that like this is, I don't even know that it would be small for OHL. It's small by AHL standards for sure, but like I don't know that it's necessarily too small for OHL. But then I also look at things like what we have out here when I lived in Kamloops, in the Kamloops Blazers, and that stadium was huge and like held concerts, like bands like Billy Talent, Alexis on Fire would play shows there. So yeah, maybe this is too small for an OHL team, but I don't know. It just looks really good in the grand scheme of the city. Again, the thing is, if y'all think it's too small, let me know, and we can tie in lore to the fact that maybe at some point the city's going to get a new stadium, and we could build something new and keep this for like junior sports, but we could also have newer sports like OHL and a new stadium somewhere else in the city. I've also been working on cleaning this up in the suburbs, and I extended this road to be much bigger. Obviously, you can tell where the lanes are with that. I haven't detailed it up. I want the road to feel a little bit more grimy, but I think just increasing the width, adding some power lines, more trees, already makes this look so much better. And then plotting for where the alleys will go. But what I noticed as well, it'll kind of seem weird. Again, we don't have assets, so just bear with me. I'm going to try my best. It's tough without assets, but I do want to include garages in the back, which, again, counterproductive because we've already got, garages in the front. But since I don't have assets that don't have garages in the front, we'll just have to make do and put the garages in the back. And I think I can pull this off with some decals and some props, like some shed props, to make it look like garages in the back. They do it a lot here in Vancouver as well, too, and they did it in Thunder Bay, which is really cool to be able to do that. But yeah, that's just a little update on what's going on with the suburbs, and you'll see more of this in future episodes as well as we expand out the suburbs and whatnot. Also, I believe this train, this is the 100, yeah, the 100-car one is crazy. We're getting a lot of train backlog because this is a station. But I kind of like it. I don't know. I like that this is going to become a bottleneck, right? Like, this is going to become very much so a bottleneck at some point, which will be kind of cool. Like, I mean, it's literally a bottleneck right now, which is awesome. But yeah, back to the build. Here's the Chevron gas station. Now, I don't know if any of y'all have used this, but I'm encountering an issue here where this prop resets, something happens, and it loses the logos on it. Now, I do have assets that match this size, so maybe what I should do is just cover it, which is what I've been doing when props lose stuff. So like this building here will often reset and lose its parking. So what I did is came in with decals to in the spot that they are. They still function, it's just losing the decals. So something is definitely going on with the game. I'm losing props. I'm losing, actually, I don't lose decals if I manually place them, but even some manually placed props are acting weird. Like this one will randomly vanish, so I think I just cover that. Yeah, some weird stuff is going on, man. I definitely miss CS1 in the sense of, like, if you place something, it stays there. It doesn't go away. In this game, everything you place, don't get attached to anything you place in this game. It will vanish at some point. And here's a little back. Also, we should be in this view so you don't constantly see my cursor causing the Z fighting of decals. The decals are insane, man. They're so good. Like, look at how good this looks. Ah, this is awesome. So we've got the little bike over there, which also it seems that the bike reset. I likely forgot to. You know what? Can we do this now? We're gonna do this live? Are we actually? Heck it. We'll do it live, right? Yeah, I totally didn't elevation lock that. I haven't elevation locked any of my props. That's great. That's incredible. Always elevation lock your props. Just trust me. You can thank me later. But we'll hop into our little mini PO. We're doing it live. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to do it live. Look at this. Got to make that thing hit right there. Boom. We did it live. Cool. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. All right, live play. There's a cool scene. Here's some cool decals. Here's some cool trees. Everything's cool. This game's super fun. Wish my props wouldn't vanish, but it is what it is. We're waging war. And this idea, man, again, massive shouts to Red Kool-Aid. I've been trying. Y'all, comment to Red Kool-Aid. Me and Red Kool-Aid, we need to collab. We need to do a collab build. Red Kool-Aid is so damn inspiring. Let Red Kool-Aid know. I'm coming. I'm ready for a collab series. Kool-Aid is mad inspiring. Check out his channel. So good. That guy's awesome. But yeah, shout out to Red Kool-Aid, who brilliant usage of syncing these down to get those little bumpers. That is so smart. I'm gonna use that all over the place now. Brilliant idea. And like, this just, like, I don't know, it feels like a parking lot that I parked in at some point. You know what I mean? When you look at it from above here, the decals are absolutely game changing, and how it completely changed this surface. And it's crazy to think too, all you really need are a bunch of decals and then just use the stuff that the game gives you for trees to sell the look. And the fact that we can overlap decals like this and they don't Z-fight. It is so heckin' cool. Like, that is just massive. Now, I don't know about the, like, the door, So I've got the door here, and, it's kind of, I don't know. we definitely need like a proper door for this building somewhere around here. Like we need, you know what I mean? Like there would probably be like, I assume, you know, you get the bus stop over here. I'd assume that the entrance for this building would be here. I don't really have the props for it currently, so I got to figure that out. I mean, there are doors here. But that's definitely in the rear. And the other doors are definitely more for like vehicles and stuff like that. Oh, hey, while we've been doing this as well, the chevron changed color. Nice. That's... Man, and a bunch of the stuff came back for the chevron. That's sick. That's super cool. Awesome. I got some stuff to sort. Oh man, the game is a lot of fun, but it is an active war. It is player versus the game. I really, really hope that stuff can change. Also, I hope too, by the time this video drops, y'all have been experiencing the new patch, which of course came out after this video was recorded and done. So I hope y'all are enjoying the new patch that came out as well for the game. Seems like a lot of fun. And to wrap up as well, while we bring in, so yeah, there's the chevron. Here's the stadium we did. A couple things as we wrap up. So let's just take in a view here of what we built. A couple things as we wrap up. So I will be gone. There will be a video coming. So at the time that you're watching this, the next Monday, there will be a video. I likely can't make the premiere as I'll be in the Netherlands at that time. But I will be able to make the premiere of this video. I'm probably in chat. Hi. And so there will be this video out and a video next week. There won't be a video the following week just because of vacation and stuff like that. I like to make my videos relevant to your comments and your suggestions, and I feel like doing a video, I might get some awesome suggestions from this video. I always do. Y'all have amazing suggestions and feedback. And I like to keep my videos relevant to your comments and do builds sort of based around that stuff. So I'll be waiting. I won't be putting out a video, but we will return the Monday after that. So likely, I think like the last Monday of September, we'll hopefully have a video out. But yeah, we got this video out. And then the video that you see next week is either going to be another build series, but likely it's going to be an updated mod list video talking about mods and some of the cool things that they can do. Likely, not sure if that's it. Y'all will see next week. And just a massive thank you for the support. While we've got the Patreon names up here, a massive thank you to the support. The support has been insane for this series. I really, really, really appreciate everything. Y'all, it's been crazy. The subscriber growth, the comments, the engagement, the Discord, it's just popping off. Everything. I appreciate it so much, and it's really cool. I'm having so much fun with this, especially that I was raised in Kamloops. Like, I'm raised in a small town, kind of like Thunder Bay, so this feels so familiar and so much like home to me, which is so cool. I love doing small town builds like this, and the fact that we can do this now in City Skylines 2 is so cool, so I really appreciate that. Well, I think that's enough rambling, yeah? I mean, I could just sit and stare at this build all day, but let's wrap up the episode. Let's head to the outro. I'm Canadian Moose Plays. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Let's hop into the outro.